Hi parents! I just wanted to take some time to make a video going through some general information that's important for online learning going forward. So in this video you'll see me going on the screen of the computer and actually showing you everything. I just thought this would be the best way to get what I was trying to say across. So I just wanted to start off with the lesson plans. So every week I will be posting a new lesson plan for the week. This will happen on Fridays. So on Fridays you can go on Class Dojo and access the lesson plan. It'll be in a PDF document, and in the lesson plan you'll see that there's different lessons that you can work through with your child. Now the lessons, they don't need to be done in the order that I put them on the lesson plan. The schedule is just a suggested schedule. So if you would like to follow it because it makes your life easier, that's fine. If it's easier for you to kind of work at your own pace and split up the work differently, that's also fine. Each child is different, so some students will be able to focus for longer than others, so every family is going to be following the schedule differently. There's just some important things on the schedule that I would like you to understand. So first, I just wanted to highlight here that it's important that the activity times is about 20 to 30 minutes. In class, we usually only ask students to focus for about 20 to 30 minutes at a time. So you'll find that your child will probably lose interest in the activity after 20 or 30 minutes. So I'm recommending that each activity that you do, like if you're going to do science, only for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then maybe it's time to switch to something new. Then as you move down in the document, you'll see that each subject has different instructions. So for example, LA has instructions for the writing prompts, Jolly Phonics, reading time. So these are just specific things that I wanted to clarify when you go into the schedule so that it's easy to follow. And I will be posting another video specifically for LA to kind of ease the transition and to help you understand how to kind of teach your child when it comes to writing and reading and all that kind of things. And as you go through, you'll just see that I specify that there's different worksheets and so on, and then if there's a link, I would provide the link, and all you need to do is click on the link and it'll take you right there. As you scroll down, even the instructions for Arabic are right here. And then this is really important. This is the assignments that are due every week. So each week, we only require you to submit certain things onto Class Dojo using the student profile, and you'll find that the work that I assign is completely different than the assignments, which is the work that I want back from the kids. So I don't need a picture of every single thing that your child does throughout the week. Of course, if your child is very eager and wants to share it with me, of course they can, but it's not required. And I specifically did this because I don't want anybody to get overwhelmed. So each week there would be 2 to 3 things that you will be asked to submit. And those you can do on Class Dojo through the student profile. As you scroll down through the document, you'll see that there is the dates. And then each day has a schedule with the time that is recommended. Of course, you can change the time that you do each subject. This is just kind of a suggestion. And it's kind of mimicking the way that I had it set up in my classroom. We usually did LA first, so that's why I put LA first on the schedule. Again, to just keep the consistency for the students, but you can always change it yourself. So as you look through the schedule, you'll see that for LA, there's a writing prompt. So the idea is that your child is using their journal to complete this writing prompt. And for example, on Monday, it says, I like my classroom because. So your child would start with this sentence starter, I like my classroom because, and then they would complete the sentence. Then later in the week, I ask that you do some Jolly Phonics with your child. So then you would go and find the Jolly Phonics book and go to the specified page and follow the instructions. If there's specific things that are more unique to the page, I have linked it above in the specific subject instructions. For example, this week, we needed some words that you have to dictate to your child, so I've provided them there. And then as you go down in each subject, you will see what the required work is. You will see the worksheet that is needed. Again, there's lots of worksheets in your child's doing. I only ask for certain ones to be completed each week. Then we suggest that you have a few breaks. So I said that maybe after math, you could have a 15-minute break. Then moving on to reading time, I'm just recommending that you have some designated reading time every single day. So I've put it at 10:30 in the schedule. Then moving on to science. Science is a little bit more complicated because this unit involves a lot of folding and cutting. So I will be providing pictures of the final product and some tutorials, videos to help everybody understand what the final product is supposed to look like, as well as I've provided a few videos here to help your child understand the content as well. And then Arabic and Islamic studies, Miss Arazlan and Miss Arabi have posted their own things. Moving on, and then physical activity, I have made some suggestions here. And then for art, I also made some suggestions, and health, and then so on. This part here, the I can statements, these are just the goal of the lesson. And of course, your child will not be able to do all of this in 1 week. These are going to be continuing on, and I will add and remove different I can statements as we move through the content. It is just kind of like a guide. Moving on to the student profiles for Class Dojo. When you log in as a student, you will see a profile similar to this. It might look a little bit different on the phone or tablet. So you'll see your child's profile, and you can add photos, videos, drawings, files, and so on. And every week there will be a to-do list. So these are the things that I'm asking for. So I referenced it earlier in the video that there are certain assignments that I will be asking for from your child. So this is where this comes in. So you need to log in using their QR code that I've provided. I've provided a physical copy in the student items that you picked up on Monday, and as well I've provided a virtual copy in the email with the report cards. And so you need to log in, and it's very important that this is how you submit the work. It will get very chaotic if I get 20 different submissions for 3 different assignments, and then it's going to be hard for me to keep track of everything, and it's going to be hard to give feedback and check in with the students. So this just makes it really easy for me and the parents and the students to see all of the work that they've posted. When you go into the student profile, then you can start the work. So for example, here I'm asking for a text. I'm asking for something to be written. So you can start it. So then your child can write their response. My day is going great. And then hand in. Okay, now as you can see, it's disappeared from your to-do list. So it's very easy to follow. It will help you navigate the weeks and understand what you still have to submit to the teacher. And then as a teacher, when I go in, I can see that this student, Julia, has submitted their work. So I can go in, I can look at it, I can read it, I can comment, and then I can also approve it. So this way you can get feedback right away from me, and I can let you know if there's something missing, so on and so forth. The last thing I wanted to talk about in this video is Google Hangouts. So we will be using Google Hangouts to communicate through video chat. And the video chats will happen 2 times a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I've already contacted most parents, and we have agreed on a specific time. So that time will be set every Tuesday, and every Thursday we will meet at that time through video chat. And this time is for checking in with students to go over schoolwork, and I might even be reading some books with your child. I can answer questions if you have any, and so on. Then once a week I will offer a Google Hangout session as a class. So this will be time for your child to connect to their classmates, and I'm sure that a lot of you were there on the Tuesday Google Hangout session, and you saw that it was awesome. Everybody got to see everyone's faces, and we got to share our week, and it was just so much fun. So these Google Hangout sessions for the whole class will happen on Friday at 12 o'clock every Friday, unless we don't have school on that Friday. And then once a week, I will also be having a Google Hangout session where I will be reading a book. So this will be a time where I will be in front of the camera reading a book, and your child is just going to be mostly listening. It won't be a time for students to really talk to each other. I might have some sharing time at the end depending on how the time goes, but it's mostly just for your child to log in and watch a story read by me if they want. But again, this is optional, and this will happen on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. every Wednesday. I just wanted to go over some important rules about the Google Hangouts. So it's very important that everybody is there on time, because the appointments of video calls are back to back. So if your appointment ends at a certain time, right after I have to meet with somebody else. So I won't be able to accommodate for late comings, and we will probably have to meet on a different day. Another thing that's very important is that when you enter a video call where it's the whole class, it's important that the child is muted, because it will be very loud if everybody joins in and is speaking at the same time. And we will be practicing that going forward, just muting and unmuting as I call on each student to talk. And then I would also like that if I ask I'm going over a certain thing, for example, in LA, I want to see your writing, it's important that your child has that ready before you answer the call. So if I'm calling at 9 a.m. and I would like to see your LA, your child is responsible to make sure that at 9 a.m. you are sitting in front of the computer or phone ready to answer my call with your LA waiting, because I don't want to have to wait a long time for you to go grab everything. And that goes for the class sessions too. If your child wants to share something, then it's important that they have it there with them. Well, that's all for today's video. I just wanted to come on here and give you kind of some general information about the classroom. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to comment down on this video, or if you would like to make a private comment, then you can feel free to message me on Class Dojo if you have any questions about what was in this video. I'm always available there. Bye!